Hey, there he is. We got Chad Emerson coming in. Let's get Chad Emerson into the show. He's only 18 minutes late. There he is, Chad Emerson.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, welcome, Chad. Chad
It
Emerson,
worked, it
downtown
worked on my
Huntsville.
phone.
Oh, you doing it from your phone?
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, good. So, Chad, give us the 20-second elevator pitch. Who the heck is Chad Emerson, and why is he on my show?
Well, we're excited to host a big board game event in the Rocket City Center, but I am the president and CEO of Downtown Huntsville Inc. and the author of Project Future, the inside story behind the creation of Disney World, and a longtime Air Larry fan.
Look at this, what I have on the screen, Chad.
Ooh, that's a nice looking book title.
That is your book. I'm still waiting for my signed copy.
Okay.
I have not seen it yet, Chad.
Yeah, Greg Curling has your copy, so just see him.
Greg Curling, that guy, he's always been my nemesis. No, I'm going to try to get it back from Chad. That's right. Chad is an author, accomplished author, big Disney fan. But the real reason you're on here is to talk about your current hometown, a place you've been for a while now, Northern Alabama, Huntsville. Tell us what's happening in downtown Huntsville.
So Huntsville, if you don't know, is AKA the Rocket City, which is the home of Space Camp. That's where the American rocket program was born with
Marshall Center, right?
Yeah, Marshall is where NASA's one of their largest centers is. That's where all rockets are designed. The German rocket scientists after World War II were brought here. And so it's a really, really interesting place nestled in the foothills of the Appalachians, about a 9-hour drive from where you are in Lafayette, Louisiana.
That's right. I know you know that drive because you and I have had some root beer at one of the local restaurants. Speaking of that, look what my buddy sent me. Chris Woodpan, who has a competing show on another network.
Okay.
He's got Game All Night, and he sent me something I can't wait to try with you. Look at that. The board game Gumbo logo on a beautiful root beer glass. How do you like that, man?
I may have to come back down I-59 in a while to see that.
Come on down. Or if unless I go up there, I'll bring it with you. So
you
Rocket City Game Fest comes up in January 25th through 27th. My understanding is that tickets are still available, right?
Yep, that's right.
RocketCityGameFest.com. And it's at the Holiday Inn. How far is that from your beautiful downtown?
It's probably about a 15-minute drive from downtown. So if you're in Huntsville for that event, there's a lot of construction going on where you are. It's actually where a new major development, kind of like River Ranch is where you are from, is being developed. But it's really just probably 15 minutes down the road. So one of the things, Curse, which is one of the largest gaming support companies, it's an electronic gaming support, is headquartered right in downtown Huntsville. So we have a large electronic gaming company there. Fandom actually just bought Curse. But what that means is, in addition to all the electronic games, we have a huge board game culture. Getting together at one of our 11 craft breweries in Huntsville and playing board games is a really popular thing to do in the Rocket City Center.
Board games and beer, they go together. So one of these days, I am going to make Rocket City Game Fest. I'm in the Scouts, and I've got some Scout stuff to do this month, unfortunately. But my plan is for sure to be there in 2020 because I want to go visit Carla and all of my other friends up there from Northern Alabama. I'm waiting to hear from Jeremy, the Game Geek Ninja Davis, who's from the area but not from Huntsville. See if he's going to be at Rocket City Game Fest. But one of the other things I wanted to talk about, this is a board game show. And I love talking about downtown Huntsville because craft beer, I want to check those places out. Draft Mechanic Podcast, everywhere they go, they love checking that beer, and I like to listen to it. But we also want to know what you've played. And my understanding is that you played the last 3 games that you played, Sheriff of Nottingham, Sushi Go, and Munchkin, right?
Yes, we played those in a backwoods cabin where there was no electricity, only propane. So you should appreciate those as a Scouts guy.
You know I am. So guess what we've been doing? Our friends at Mad Pax Games sent me a new and shrink copy of Pocket Ballpark. Now listen, it's not going to replace Stratomatic or Baseball Highlights 2045 or any of those top-level, bottom-of-the-ninth games. But for young kids and a family-friendly environment, Pocket Ballpark's not a bad game. And I'm going to give one out to whoever in the crew can convince you to play another game. Nothing wrong with those 3. In fact, I brought Sushi Go because I love it so much. We play it with our Scouts all the time. But we were thinking, what's the next game Chad should play? So these guys have been coming up with some games. Are you ready?
Yeah, I will say Sushi Go is hard to beat when you're in the backwoods. That's the perfect handheld game. So you better have some good ideas because I'm gonna be hard to convince.
All right, so we do have some good ideas. How about let's see if you recognize any of these. Now, Jeff, who is an Auburn fan, and we don't hold out against him. We love Jeff. Jeff comes to our Gumbo game night every once in a while, but he's up in Hattiesburg. And Jeff says Splendor and Azul. Are you familiar with either one of those games?
No, so I should probably bring my 17. Well, he's actually at a show practice. I usually my gateway into these games is through my 17 and 15-year-olds. So
Sure.
I could grab one of them. They probably would recognize it, but I do not recognize that one.
Well, I'm going to throw you some descriptions, and then you tell me which of these games you like. Okay. So
Okay.
Splendor is a game all about collecting gems, but it's really an engine building game and a tightly wound 30-minute package. Theme doesn't really matter. It's really about building up those engines and try to run that engine faster than the other person. When I say engine building, it's just grabbing cards and resources and trying to get them, keep getting more cards and more resources so that the cards in your hand and the resources in front of you on your tableau are helping you get free stuff. So that sounds interesting, little maybe.
Yeah, give me a little bit more about the 30 minutes. I like the games that are fast paced. So
I like this. So most of these games are going to be in that area. Azul. Now, Azul does have a theme. It's all about putting up so it is it's Portugal. It's up in Portugal, and they're putting up wall tiles that are made in that Azul colors and all of those things. And you've got to match those patterns, or else the tiles are going to fall off your board and you won't score any points. Plays a little bit longer, probably closer to 45 minutes, but it's got some good a little bit of player interaction. So if you like Munchkin, it's an abstract, but it's got some take that in it.
yeah, so Sushi Go, great to play fast. If I'm going to play a long game, though, it's Munchkin because there's so many ways to be at the very end of the game, one spot away from winning, and you're back at the beginning again. So I love the idea that you can not just advance yourself, but you can set back other people.
Hey, Chad, Jeff says he used to live in Huntsville, by the way. So you guys may have run into each other. And Verla says hers are not camping friendly, but she didn't know that was part of the rules. It's not. We're just going through them. All right, we're going to keep rolling through these good because we've got about 21 suggestions. Let's see what we got. Verla says Century Spice or Gollum. It's like Splendor where you're doing an engine building, but this time it's either the spice roads that you're trying to capitalize on, or a Gollum version with cute little golems and these beautiful big gems that you can play with. That one plays in about 40 minutes. Does that sound interesting to you, or keep rolling?
You got my attention with Spice Road. I'm a Marco Polo fan, so could be something going there.
Okay, good. How about this one? What about building coral reefs better than anybody else with beautiful patterns? It's absolutely an abstract game. Doesn't really have anything to do with it, but Reef by Emerson Matsushi has those colors, and it's got the great look on the table. That one plays in about 40 minutes, 45, maybe an hour. What do you think?
What's his first name?
It's called Reef, and it's by Emerson Matsushi.
What's his first name?
Emerson Matsushi. Yeah. Oh, we might have a winner there.
We might have a winner there. That's a very shallow answer, but I just got to go with that so far.
All right. How about deck building? Have you played any deck builders like Dominion or So let's see. Sushi is really pass and play. So Quest for El Dorado is a short deck building game all about moving your people toward the famed city of El Dorado.
That is that sounds a lot of fun. The famed city of El Dorado.
Well, I think we're going to run out of time on all these. I won't be able to get them all through because Chad, I've got another guest coming in at 9:00, and Steven's actually right there. I'm gonna punch him in, but I'm gonna throw you one more that I think should be the winner for you. It's called Villainous. Are you familiar with this one at all?
I have heard of Villainous, but I've never played Villainous. I think my kids play Villainous.
Well, everybody, I know you as a guy. I've been talking Disney for 20 years. Villainous is a game by a studio in Hollywood that actually has the license from Disney, and Villainous has all the Disney characters and plenty of room to grow. I'm going to be playing it tomorrow night because every convention I've been to, I just keep missing it. But it plays in about an hour, has a lot of take that, though, does have a lot of interaction. But from what everybody tells me, each of the players will be a different character. You might be, Prince John, or you might be the evil stepmother. But your character, the abilities in the game play very much like that character from the movies. What does that sound like?
So actual Disney characters or derivatives, or actually characters from Disney movies?
This is licensed from Disney. There's a couple of them. They have a mining game based on the Seven Dwarves, and they have this one, the Villainous game, which is actually based on the characters from Disney.
Yeah, Barry Rosas, we got a winner. That's the one.
We got a winner. There it is. So I picked it. I thought, Jeff, I'm going to be sending you a copy of Mad Pack's Pocket Ballpark. Sorry we couldn't get to everybody else. Chad had some problems, and he actually had to log in through his phone. Chad, you're welcome to hang around if you want to. If not, I'm going to bring in Stephen Aramini in just a second.
So real quick, let me pop off here because this is kind of weird lighting. But to all your people at the Gaming Fest, man, I'll tell you what. Chad at downtownhuntsville.org, Chad at downtownhuntsville.org. If this is your first trip or your second or whatever, and you want some great tips on where to grab coffee, where to grab lunch, grab a craft beer, send me an email. I want to give you a personal recommendation because here in the Rocket City Center, things change year over year so fast. We'd love to entertain you in a new way, and we're so glad you're coming for the big event.
Man, Chad, that's awesome. Can they reach you out on social media also? Are you on Twitter or any of those things?
Yeah. So you can message me on Instagram, Emerson CDE, or Chad Emerson on Facebook. I'm not on Twitter, though.
Okay. All right, Chad, thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate it. Sorry we had the little technical glitches to try to get you in there. And let's have a beer next time you can come around Lafayette.
Yeah, give me a call tomorrow. We'll touch base. Sorry about that.
I will. I'll give you a call tomorrow. All right, that is Chad Emerson checking in with us from Huntsville.